What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? This is podcast 26. So, man, 26 podcasts in 2021. That's I
That's
mean,
good.
we've reached our goal, I would say.
And I'm happy with it either way.
And we probably have 2 or 3 left, so maybe we'll get to 30. 30 would be an
Yeah.
amazing number for our first
26
year.
is already amazing.
26 is already amazing. Way to be.
That's half
way
of
to-
52, right? 52 weeks. So
half of 52, and we took
So let's set it right now since we're talking about goals. We haven't talked about this one. How many podcasts for 2022?
that's easy, 52.
52. Okay, so we're going to double it.
We're going to double it, and I think we're going to even pick up the pace. So, but 52
All right.
is a very reasonable goal, but I could see us going into like 2 podcasts a week,
Yeah, we'll see.
just because there's so much topics. Man, we have like literally 100 topics in the queue. People keep asking, and
So what's today's topic?
today's topic is New Year's resolutions.
Oh, yeah. New Year coming up.
New Year coming up, man, and I always used to think and used to say, and even did it with myself. I used to say, if somebody starts anything January 1st, it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. It's just set up to fail. And then when we just wrote a blog on how to ensure that your New Year's resolutions stick this year, and we're going to share at the end of this.
Yeah,
so
we got
please
5
stay tuned.
tips. 5 tips.
Please stay tuned because we're going to share our New Year's resolutions. And before this podcast, we shared them with each other, and it's amazing how many are on both of our lists. So we're
Eric,
definitely on the same page.
You made 8. You had 8 of them. And
well,
I'm
now I just added a 9th, 52 podcasts.
52. Okay, so 9, and I think like 6 of mine.
And I was going to say I left 2 open just to make sure over the next 3 weeks if there's any 1 or 2 that really sticks out that I definitely want to do. But anyway, I used to say that if anybody starts anything January 1st, they're destined to fail. Like, how many times have we worked out in the past, and January is like the busiest gym month ever, and then February is ghost town, and March for sure ghost town. It's back to the 5 or 10 people that work out there all the time during those times, and that's about it. But
yeah, for sure. I think even for me, like I always told myself, January is going to come, and that's the year where I'm going to stop drinking for 2 months. I'm going to get healthier.
Right.
And then the second week in January, I'm out at like town hall or something.
Right. So it's almost like if you start December 25th or 22nd or January 10th, I feel like you have a better chance of anybody starting anything January 1st, especially if those goals tie into health, and especially if they tie into health and you go out for New Year's till 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning to celebrate New Year's Eve. That's not a good way to start.
So I think,
New Year's.
what you're saying is set it maybe a week before, or just wait and set it 2 weeks after. Don't set it
set it January 1st. You're destined to fail. So then we just did do some research on New Year's resolutions, and if you Google it, the number is ugly. I mean, it's 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 failing, maybe even more. I don't know.
Okay,
I feel like it's
then
more.
The stat goes worse, that 8% of people end up actually keeping them all year. So keep in mind, what else did we talk about in the past in our podcast is that goals are you have a much better shot if you actually write them down and think about it, and vision creates reality. And our friend Bodine,
there's a lot of research behind that. Write it down.
Write it down, and the odds
Follow
are
the
better.
formula. Right.
Man, New Year's resolution takes that down, just because there's something to it, that it shouldn't be around January 1st. It should be not a date. It should be about your mind and about about a decision made that this is the right time. This I'm going to make this happen, whatever it is. And again, we're biased towards health. I get that, people's goals could be all over the place, better career, better whatever else. But writing it down has such a big, it moves the needle so much on effectiveness. And here we see these stats of people that actually wrote them down, New Year's resolutions, and only 8% succeed. So that's a low number, man.
It's a low number.
Why?
It's a low number.
Why is it a low number?
Well, I think it's the whole myth or concept of New Year's resolutions, like we're talking about. People know that they fail. We already know. So like we're setting ourselves up and setting ourselves up to be okay for when we fail. So it's like making the decision, but giving yourself a way out. Yeah, it's a way out of it. It's really a way out of it. So really, this podcast could be, New Year's is coming, but how do you do this anytime? How do you do this in March? How do you do this whenever you're ready to do it?
Right.
And ultimately, you have to be the one that is sick and tired of being sick and tired of how you're feeling and saying, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to make the decision and I'm going to follow really a simple formula to achieve it. Or not even so much achieve it,
fine. How do you break that cycle? How do you break that cycle where you start, but again, you just said we're starting with the thought of already having the excuse to fail.
Right.
So how do you break the cycle of writing down New Year's resolutions and sticking to them? Like high level, I know we're going to get into our top 5, but high level, what's the difference that somebody needs to adjust, let's say their mind to make it different this time?
Again, sitting with yourself and contemplating if this is really what you want. Really what you want.
Right. Right.
I mean, again, I waited 30 years to start my journey of getting what I want. And I couldn't really figure it out until I started meditating and sitting with myself. And then when that clicks, there is no going back. Then you don't fail. You can stumble, Eric, like you stumbled on your journey many times, but, the support was there. But you had the long-term vision, like Bodine talks about. Get realistic where you are. That's step number 1.
Okay, so who doesn't want to be healthier, to be happier,
a lot of people.
to not want a better job?
Honestly, a lot of people.
Why?
They're comfortable. They're comfortable in their pain. They're comfortable in the way that they're working, and they're comfortable in their society and in their relationships. They're comfortable. Even though those things can cause them a lot of pain, they're comfortable. So the trick is to get yourself uncomfortable.
And they don't want to do it, is
right.
your point.
That's
my
point.
They know they have to get a little bit uncomfortable.
Doing these podcasts in the beginning was really uncomfortable for me, for someone who felt like I had stage fright, but I'm doing it. That's part of the process of everything. Building a business, getting healthy, discovering who you really are, what you are, is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. But unlocking that uncomfort brings you that joy, brings you that happiness. And it builds momentum, and then you just don't fail. You can stumble, but you know exactly where you are. You know how to get right back on that road the very next day. And it really is just one day at a time. You don't look to the future. But again, that's deep.
So you, as a certified life coach, and that's why I'm asking these questions, and I swear to our audience, this is all off script. This conversation, we're not even looking. So again, how do you help clients? How do you help people make it? This is the time. This is the time. I failed 100 times before, like all of us have. Why is
how do I do it? Yeah. I offer them support.
Okay.
I offer them my experience, and then I let them figure it out on themselves. And they will. My clients have figured out slowly, by a little bit. Everything, all the answers are inside of us. The key is just the support, the love, the guidance, writing things down, talking about stuff.
Right. Getting out of the comfort zone.
Getting out of the comfort zone.
Man. And then and then your comfort zone actually expands, right? All the things that are super uncomfortable month one suddenly get a little bit easier month two, and then there's new.
Right. So here's the thing.
Challenges.
We've been conditioned ever since children to take the short-term gratification. But that short-term gratification keeps us in this little comfort zone loop, and it doesn't
Right.
let us grow. Long-term gratification, there could be a lot of discomfort in it, but knowing that you're in, you don't even have to achieve it yet. Knowing that you're in the long-term gratification zone, like we say, within the journey lies the joy,
Right.
changes everything. It changes your whole frequency. It changes how you view the world, how you view yourself, more importantly.
Right, right, and it's hard. It's hard to, because again, it's not.
It is, but it isn't, because you only have to worry about one day at a time. And if that's all you worry about, how hard can this day possibly be? Just this day.
Right.
Just
Right.
this
No,
day.
I meant it's hard to change your mind, to be willing to take this long term road of, yeah, I want to lose 50 pounds. Yes, I want a better career. But do I want to read the 20 books that are going to help me with my career? Do I want to go to the gym? Do I really want to diet? And
So I would say, don't even have the thought about, do I want to read the 20 books? Start with, do I want to read the first page?
right,
Don't look too far ahead.
right,
Only worry about what you can do in that moment. Do you want to make this moment the best moment? Then what do you need to do? That might be to just sit there and breathe. Take deep breaths. Like something as simple as deep breathing. I feel like we don't do it enough. And I know that was a problem for me too.
right.
Man, it's the simple stuff.
No, but it clears your head. It makes you feel much better. It clears that anxiety that shouldn't be there in the first place. Breathing is everything. And what do we show clients? Like when they're actually in the rep, breathing gives you strength. So when you breathe out and you're extending the weight, it actually gives you more power. So, all right. So we did want to keep this short and concise, but this was really money. Good job.
Yeah, let's go through the top 5 real quick here, and then
So our top 5 ways to keep your New Year's resolution and actually see it through and make 2022. Can you imagine 2022? We're 2022. So and make 2022 an amazing year for you personally. So what's the first one?
set realistic goals.
Right.
Smart goals.
So let's quickly talk about SMART. What does SMART stand for?
Specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, time bound. The key is to have all of these. Otherwise, is it really a goal? If we just say, "Hey, I'm going to do this," then are you going to really
I want to be
do it?
happier.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Now,
it's
now
just-
what? Yeah.
Got to get specific.
You got to be specific. Set a specific goal, and it's very easy to set these open-ended goals that are not measurable, that do not have a time frame, etc. And I mean, we catch ourselves all the time saying, okay, but is it a SMART goal? And then going back and adding a date to it, or adding a specific amount to it, or whatever it may be. So again, one more time, well, you can Google it, SMART goals. They're all out there, worksheets for setting SMART goals. We've done a couple podcasts on Vision Creates Reality, and it's all about setting SMART goals. But again, the vision creates reality. It's more about where you're at, accepting where you're at, where you want to go, and what are the SMART goals in between to help you get there. So that's all about New Year's resolutions. So sitting down and really creating specific, measurable, and attainable. Again, it's not I want to lose 50 pounds. It's I want to lose 10 pounds by March, or 20 pounds by March. And that's attainable. That's fully grasped. Saying I'm going to lose 100 pounds, just like that, that's not a real goal, or at least a SMART goal. Okay, number 2.
2, seek out support.
Why?
I mean, again, okay, let's go back to your story. Let's say you started your journey and you don't have your support system when, things got tough for you. Would you have made it through? Maybe not.
Maybe not. So that's why I made that you know conscious choice and wrote you a check because I wanted to be accountable for the money I spent. B, you know, you asked me, are you accountable to your family and to your friends? And I kind of go, no, no, I've burned those bridges of them having faith in me. I've started 20 diets. I've started 20 gym memberships and personal trainers and so on, and never saw it through. So I burned those bridges of, I gave them 20 years of reasons to not have faith in me this time. And it does feel disheartening for someone. And that's why, you know, seeking a professional, number one, paying for it, so you want to get your money's worth. Number three, I did something super uncomfortable. I posted day 1 out of 100 right on Facebook. Now it's not just my friends; it's everyone I know. That's just a whole new level of accountability. And of course, I had the people that said, "Do you really think you're going to do it?" And again, that's the name of our business. No, of course I had my doubts day 1, but I had way less doubts day 10 and a lot less doubts day 20. So that's the point of friends, family is super important to support you or do these goals with you. Seeking a professional, that just again really increases the odds of helping you get through, because there's ups and downs, and especially at the beginning when you're still trying to figure it out. And for me, again, it was losing the weight and just trying to become a better human. But you know, you fall and you start gaining weight, and what do I do? And do I just screw it? No, you know. And getting back up is the point. And we all know the sayings. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. That's what a professional helps you get back up in whatever it is, working out.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be a professional. You can set up a group of people. Just make sure they're all positive, and just keep yourself accountable to that group of people.
Non-toxic, non-negative, very positive,
yes,
very supportive.
Very positive. That's so key.
It's so key. It's so key. Okay, number 3.
What's number 3?
Why? The why. Again,
and we always hear this, the why, but it is important. It's your anchor.
It's everything, man. It's everything. So understanding the why, to me, the why, last year, again, I joke about the fact that I saw the documentary on the Bee Gees literally the night before you and I talked. And
Sign from the universe?
Yeah, the 3 of the 4 brothers are, yes, definitely sign of the universe. The show was, and you were. But the point is that, you know, 3 of the 4 brothers died of drugs and alcohol, and one was 30 years old, one was 40 years old, one was 50 years old. And I'm 45 years old and stacking all my chips on unhealthy behavior, right? The stress, the work, the drinking, the overeating, etc. And my why was so clear. Man, I just don't want that. I don't really truly want that. And I've tried before. And so literally the documentary did plug that straw that broke the camel's back of, I got to get it now. And then the universe sent me you the next day. And I just went for it. And thank God, look where we're at today. But
amazing.
But understanding your why and your why not, right? So my why was very strong, that it was leading to, God forbid, death, right? That I didn't know what my heart attack was, and I stacked all my chips towards death. And today I stack all my chips towards health, and that's what was important. And for me also, it was the why not. Like, what am I doing? Like, A, I don't know what my heart attack is. B, I am chasing this rat race, and just get off the wheel. Just take care of yourself. Clean up your side of the street. Don't worry about everything else. Just do you for a little bit. Really clean up, and man, what a ripple it's caused to everyone in my life. It's unbelievable.
Good job, man.
Well,
good job.
Thank you, thank you. It was work, but again, I enjoyed every minute of it. It was never impossible. It was always very.
You just said something big there. Sorry to interrupt you. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I was just going to add, like, why do any of this if you're not having fun? And what ends up happening when you make this decision, you start having fun, like all the time.
Right.
Right.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. All the time. Okay. Anything else on understanding the why that you want to add? But
the why will help find your fun.
But really quickly, I mean, we have time. We're 20 minutes in, right? What was your why?
My why was just realizing that, oh my God, like my mind was locked up in the prison this whole time, and I was also unhealthy because of that. You know, I was drinking, I was drugging, and I was worried sometimes about when is the heart attack going to happen. But mine happened again more of, okay, how much longer am I going to be playing poker and feeling the stresses, the anxieties, and the worries, or am I just going to take one step forward at a time and follow my vision that I had in helping others? Because I started helping myself when I got healthy, and I saw that it was impacting others, and that felt good. And it was clear. It was crystal clear why I had to do it.
Nice.
And the whole thing about your purpose and what's your purpose and I can't find your purpose, I'm a firm believer all of our purposes are the same.
Right.
It's to help ourselves, number one, so we can help others.
Right.
That's our purpose. You don't have to necessarily help someone in your current career. You can help someone just through conversation, or you get healthy and now you help someone else get healthy.
Right.
So you can't box it up.
And again, helping someone or doing something nice, even opening up the door, makes you feel good. Besides the person that obviously appreciates it and so on, but you feel good by doing good and nice things throughout the day.
Sure.
And then the working out, the eating right, the in a good place in your career, all that is momentum that just keeps building towards healthy and light happiness.
Yeah, so momentum. And number 4, aim for sustainability. Momentum has a huge part in this.
Of course.
So let's talk about number 4.
Man, Rome wasn't built in a day. And that's the point, is that a lot of people, and I'm one of them for sure, just a person of extremes. Like, I got to lose weight, that's it. No carbs at all. I'm going to eat 2 meals a day instead of 4. Man, that's not sustainable. And I'm going to go run until I can't run no more. And I'm going to lift weights until I can't lift weights. No, it's just not sustainable. So just doing things in a very intelligent way of cutting 4 meals to 3, cutting carbs down, working out, but doing it in a very intelligent way. And again, hopefully with some help, whether you do the research yourself or come train with us, but everything's thought through in a sustainable fashion, right? All the information is there to do it. If you go extreme and then fall on your face, it's over. It's over. And I shouldn't say it's over, but I mean, 92% don't see their New Year's resolutions through. I mean, that number is staggering. These are of New Year's resolutions that people wrote down. And we know writing down goals is high. So again, it's doing it right, writing smart goals, figuring out your true why and do you really want to do it. All this thing adds to sustainability.
Yep.
You want to add?
Yeah, and I'm just going to add, again, when we build the momentum tree, and I like to call it, we do it one day at a time. And that's the only thing you need to worry about is what do you need to do today
to keep moving forward.
To keep moving forward, to better yourself. Ultimately, we just want to improve every day. And there is something to say with that, like momentum. Like, again, our stories, short time. Like, my transformation started in March of 2020, and I feel like I'm quantum leaped my previous growth.
Right.
But I did it one day at a time.
Sure.
That's it.
Sure. And how many clients are like, yeah, I lost 7 pounds last week. I feel so great. And then 4 days later, they're like, I lost nothing.
Yeah, and
And
that's fine.
Like,
it's
they're
just
like so deflated. And it's like, but you didn't gain. You didn't gain it back. And by the way, it's going to look like this.
Yeah.
It's not going to look like that or like that. You're going to have ups and downs. And that's what's sustainable is the ups and downs. If you're just this for a little while, you're going back that way. That's for sure. We saw the Big Fat Loser statistics, right? That every single contestant that has ever been on My Big Fat Loser is back up. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it was too fast, too much, cameras on them. It adds to zero sustainability.
And ultimately, they still didn't find what they were looking for.
That's a great point. Man, deep.
Find what you're looking for. Weight loss will not be an issue for you. I promise.
Nothing will be.
Nothing will be.
Nothing will be. Okay. All right. The last thing.
Number 5. Don't delay.
That's the thing and those psychological statistics are out there. Any type of procrastination, any type of I'm going to start February 1st. I'm going to start on my birthday. I'm going to start almost never pan out. It never works. There's once you, like you said, I'm stealing it from you. Once you do really figure out your why and sit there and it's crystal clear in your head, mm-hmm. Why wait? Why procrastinate?
So you shouldn't even procrastinate or think about it until you find that. And then when you do, that's it. There is no more waiting. You already started the process.
You already started the process.
There's nothing to even contemplate or think about.
Right. There's so many people that are, I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start 2 weeks. I'm going to start.
They're not ready.
They're not ready. They haven't made the decision.
And that's okay. That's okay. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be comfortable. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable all the time, I guess, if you want that.
Oh, that was so funny, dude. But no, but how many people are also one last hurrah, New Year's, one last whatever. They just haven't decided yet. They just haven't decided yet.
That's all it is.
They want more pain.
You're not a bad person. You're just not ready.
You're just not ready.
And it's not even you. It's just your mind. It's the whole being imprisoned. So it's fine.
The negativity, the toxic. The
people break out at different times.
Being okay with not being okay. It's just crazy. Crazy. Man, how did I live like that for so long? 25 years. Wow.
Yeah. It's okay. It needed to happen when it happened.
Okay. So those are our top 5. Just to recap, set realistic, smart goals. Number 2, seek out support. Number 3, understand your why. Number 4, sustainability. You got to aim for it. There's nothing else. Don't delay is number 5. There's nothing to delay. So make the decision and go. Man, within the journey lies the joy. Yeah. Within the journey, victory is within reach. It is. It is with all of us. We're unbelievable.
We don't even know our true potential. You don't know your true potential. I don't know my true potential.
But look at us as human beings from 100 years ago and what our true potential is today.
That's what I'm saying.
What it was 100 years ago. In 100 years, they're going to laugh at what we thought was our true potential today. So you are way more capable than just losing weight and whatever else. Look at what human beings have accomplished in this world. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay, so our New Year's resolutions.
Yep. Let's talk about them.
Well, we don't have time to talk because we're at 29
We'll just say what they are.
We're just going to say what we are because it's gonna raise that accountability to us that we're in front of our audience, that we're naming it. I think I'm going to do something bigger, like put it in a small little frame and put it by my bed just to remind myself of it every day. But here's my list. So I have 20 pounds to lose, so I want to lose it by April 1st. So that gives me 3.5 months of losing 20 pounds. I think it's doable.
Yep.
I'm going to do it. Again, it's measurable, and there's a specific date. Run a 13.1, so a half marathon in less than a 10-minute mile pace by June 1st. Beast. Never in a million years would I think that would be a goal of mine. So that's crazy. So no drink for a whole year. So
Same here.
So my last drink was in April of this year.
Nice.
So April will be a year, but I just want a full year. So January to December 31st of next year, no alcohol. Read a book per month. I have not done great on that. That's so I wanted to write it down and make it a goal. I even contemplated a book a week and then just thought that's obnoxious. You're just not going to do it. You're going to fail. So
yeah, you got to process the book too.
And you got to process the book. So read a book per month. I'm going to add to that, and I want to summarize it and share it.
What? That's one of mine.
Stop.
Dude, I just wrote down start a book review podcast that we do by the end of January 31st.
So many we're on the same page. We're destined for this partnership, I think. But
well, it's too late now.
Second, business goal, a second location next year and $500,000 in revenue. These are not reach goals. These are realistic, attainable, measurable goals. My reach goal is much higher, so 3 locations and $1 million. But but my attainable SMART goal is second location, $500,000 in revenue. This is a good one. A bedtime routine by January 31st. So I have an amazing morning routine. 5 a.m. Chug a cup of coffee, journal, meditate, work out, or train someone, etc., or get some emails done, and so on, before anyone in my house turns on the lights and so on. So that's now I want a bedtime routine. I just still think I'm all over the place. I could go to bed at 9 p.m. I could go to bed at 1 a.m. I watch TV. I sometimes snack that I shouldn't. So I want to create a true healthy bedtime routine by January 31st. I want to go to Europe with my wife, so that's a goal.
Nice.
So no specific time, or you know what, I will do it. So for our anniversary, it'll be our 21st. We didn't go on our 20th because of COVID and everything else, but that's my goal, is on our anniversary this year to go to Europe. And I'm almost setting up my goal for 2023, but plan my 2023 Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, you can plan that in 22. That's allowed.
So at some point, and then we just created the 52 podcasts.
Nice.
And then, so that's 9. Do you need to do 10? Do you need to do 3? Do you need to do 5? You don't need to do anything.
1. You don't have to do anything.
You can do 1.
Do 1.
I chose to do 10. That's why I just announced 9. I'm going to leave 1 for the next 3 weeks of reflection of is there anything else that's on my plate, maybe tied to family? We'll see. But those are 9 out of 10. So
Nice.
Okay.
Good.
Go ahead.
So I don't have that many. But start the book review podcast by the end of January. So running, I'm going to run a half a marathon by 8:26. I was going to say by the end of the summer while it's still warm.
Right.
I picked 8:26, someone's birthday. And I never liked to run, like literally up until 6 months ago. Now I enjoy it. I just did not like to. It was a head thing. It was a mental thing. Like,
Right.
oh, I'm doing high intensity training. That's good enough. I can run just for half a mile to warm up and be good. No, so I'm going to run half a marathon by 8:26. Journal, I'm going to journal 365. There's been some days that I've missed, and there's no excuse for that. I'm just going to journal and write something down
Nice.
every night before going to bed. And in that journal, I am going to start also writing just something that's going to go into a book, my book. So journal 65, obviously not drink. 365, I mean, I say obvious, but to me that's like I can't do it because I just lose connection. And so, and another one, and this is going to be a good one for who joined me, but we're going to lead 2 ayahuasca retreats by 12/31, and we're looking to do one probably the end of February.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, it's a goal because it works. So yeah, I think that's it for now. Maybe I'll add some more.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So this is good to watch back next year and see if we accomplish these goals, these great New Year's resolutions. I'm going to help you be accountable to yours.
Sweet.
And please help me.
Absolutely.
And man, love, peace,
Oh,
health
yeah, always.
to
For
everyone. We wish you guys a very healthy, happy, and successful 2022. And we are here to help. If you need anything, let
Yeah.
us know.
And we'll be back before the end of the year
We'll
to
be
talk
back
more
before
about
the
it.
end of the year. We have a few more good content pieces. Okay, peace, everyone.
All
Thank
right,
you.
bye guys.